Well, let's head to Lakenheath in Suffolk and we can talk to the champion greyhound trainer, Mark Wallis. Thanks for joining us this morning, Mark. I mean, do you find yourself as a trainer then in a position where you have to have animals put down because you can't find anything to do with them after their careers are over?
Well, absolutely not, you know. Firstly, I'd say I welcome the fact that the industry has brought out these figures. Obviously, it's going to set some targets for the industry to achieve. From our own point of view here at Imperial Kennels, you know, we've for a long time had a kennel policy that no fit and healthy grounds will ever be put to sleep, and every ground that races for my kennel is treated if they have an injury and rehomed afterwards, either by ourselves or through the fantastic welfare rehoming scheme that Toaster have in place. Toaster is the track that we're mainly attached to, and their welfare policies are second to none. They take the lead in the industry, and hopefully the rest of the industry will be set to follow. And, you know, just one point on some of those figures out there, it does sometimes sound like it's a real problem, and there is a problem there, and the whole of the industry fully admits that, you know, but it doesn't do justice for the thousands and thousands of trainers and kennellands and owners who work in this industry up and down the country that, you know, like ourselves here, we have a dedicated team of staff that look after every needs of these grounds. I mean, to be honest, with a beautiful day like today, I couldn't think of a better job to have in the world. These grounds are the most beautiful creatures. You know, they're bred and they love to race. They want to race, you know, they're not forced to race. If anybody spent a day here at these kennels, they see what beautiful creatures they are, and they make the most fantastic pets afterwards. They are essentially couch potatoes. And we ourselves, you know, take the lead, as I say, in ensuring that every ground is found a home, every ground that does have an injury is treated, and our owners who come into our kennel are made fully aware of their responsibilities, that any ground that we train, you know, automatically will have a home space, and obviously if any injuries occur, be treated.
Well, I mean, a fantastic code of practice then that you're operating, and that you say many other trainers operate. It seems pretty straightforward then, doesn't it, to make sure that is implemented with some sort of legislation right across the industry?
Yeah, I think the other thing we have to remember as well, I mean, there's nearly 300,000 ground races in this country alone a year, and when you break the figures down, they're essentially, you know, they can be improved upon, like, but the pictures for ground racing have been not just in this country but around the world, and you know, one of the things why other countries like to buy the ground racing from England and the British Isles is because of the integrity. You know, it's such a great sport. It provides thousands and thousands of owners and regular race goers who go out for the night with a fantastic experience. You know, it's anybody who's been dog racing at night time will come back and say, wow, that was a great night, you know. And what we have to realise is, as we've said in the beginning of the programme, you know, the pressure really is on the bookmakers. Horse racing gets a statutory levy. Greyhound is not so fortunate to get that. Now, if it was to get a levy, that would obviously produce maximum amount of funding into the sport, you know, and pressure must be brought on these bookmakers that earn vast fortunes out of ground racing to pay what they should really do, so we could meet, as an industry, the welfare standards that, say, a kennel like ours leads. You know, there should be no need for any fit and healthy greyhounds to be put to sleep, but that is a figure that we must work on. There should be, you know, treatment for greyhounds that do occasionally, and it is a rare thing for greyhounds to get injured on the track. As I say, there's over 300,000 races per year, so it's a very rare thing for a greyhound to get injured. And whenever you've got animals racing up to speeds of 40 miles an hour, and they are the most graceful creatures you could ever see when they are racing, you know, they're inevitably, with any sport, there is going to be a risk of injury, and it's down to better funding for our sport to make sure that these injuries, that no greyhounds need to be put to sleep. You know, that's something that we must, as a sport, work on.
Mark Wallis, appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.